What's up, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more punk rock, and we're back with some more Bad Religion. And we're going back to one of my favorite albums of all time, Suffer, the first album after the band reformed, after Greg had come back from, I think, Wisconsin, and basically, I think Bentley had come back from True Sounds of Liberty. So yeah, we're looking at Suffer, and we're looking at the tune Best for You. I've always very much enjoyed this tune. I mean, again, there's not a single tune on this album I don't like, but you know, it's amazing how when you start thinking about the lyrics of their songs, it's like everyone has, you know, an engaging or, you know, poetic and or sort of like philosophically slash politically insightful theme or concept. So yeah, I love their lyrics is basically what I'm saying. And I mentioned it before. Part of the reason that I think the initial kind of run of the band before Brett left and they went over to Atlantic for a few albums, which again, I like songs on all the Atlantic albums. But one of the reasons I think the best periods of the band have been when Greg and Brett are both there is because I think they have this like songwriting chemistry. And you know, I know in the early days, I remember talking about it in one of my previous reaction videos, but I remember seeing an interview with Greg, and he was basically saying like, we had this kind of rivalry, like we wanted to write better songs than each other, so we kept trying to like, you know, up our game and up our game. And I think the result is that there's like 3 or 4 straight albums where like every song just has like this really like engaging and insightful perspective, or perspectives in the plural. So yeah, big ups to Bad Religion, big ups to their songwriting. We're going to listen to Best for You, and this song, you know, lyrically, it's funny that I spend a bunch of time talking about the lyrics. The lyrics in this one are actually short in terms of, you know, what they look like on the page, and it's just getting at that concept that, you know, people talk a lot about, you know, in American society and elsewhere, judgment, and some people refer to, you know, divine judgment and so on, but they're saying, you know, the real judgment, it's here, it's today, it's not in the future, and it's not from Jesus or, you know, religious forces. It's from your peers. It's from people everywhere in every walk of society, politics, education, culture, you know, social interactions, and you know, in these days, social media and so on. Everybody knows what's best for you. Everybody knows the one thing that you got to do, or the one movement or program you got to join to put everything into place, get everything into order. So in a way, I think this song is a sort of companion piece to a later song they did called The Answer, which is about the flip side of it, which is about people like constantly seeking that like fix everything sort of set of ideas or singular idea that they think, you know, they'll get, and everything in their life, psychologically, morally, socially, religiously, like philosophically, it's all going to fall into place because clearly there are out there these, you know, all-encompassing answers which will ultimately, you know, solve everything in your life. And this song is saying, it's sort of the flip side, that there are other people everywhere who think they have that and they want to sell it to you. They want to put it into your brain. They want to spread that cognitive meme and make your behavior conform to their own. So yeah, it's the idea that everybody, everywhere you go, seems to know what's best for you, despite the fact that your particular subjective context, experiences, and understandings may be very different from theirs, and may not interact with the set of ideas that they're so convinced about the validity of in the same way. So yeah, it's a song being encouraging one to be wary about those trying to, you know, make them think that, hey, I've got the way that is going to fix your life. I've got the idea which will make you understand everything. So, and you can interpret that in a number of ways, whether people are trying to give you, you know, cultural, social, or political ideas. If they're selling it to you as this end-all, be-all, fix-everything solution, one should be on guard. So here we go. This is Bad Religion, Best for You, from their 1988 album Suffer. Above us are the burdens, below us are the truth. We're somewhere in the middle. But again, it's your peers, it's your neighbors, it's your boss. really be happier if you followed my thinking. Like the intensity, the repetition, it's like everywhere you turn, this cacophony of people telling you that they've got the perfect way, the perfect set of ideas. It's just overwhelming, right? The guitar goes screaming. As the dissonance fizzles into, or hopefully bouncing off of your brain. I love it. I mean, it's a fade-out ending, but it's a stylistic, intentional fade-out ending. I really dig it. Musically, I think there are tunes on this album that like really get me fired up more. It's not like the most rip-roaring of their songs. But I really do enjoy it for what it is. I enjoy the sonics that are there, and I absolutely love that idea that, again, it's sort of, you can listen to this in conjunction with The Answer, which I'm now blanking on what album that's on. Is that on The Gray Race? No, I think that's on Stranger Than Fiction, right? I think it's on Stranger Than Fiction. But either way, it's a later song, but I think they get at some of the same concepts or the same idea, but from a couple different angles. So I love when bands do that. I've talked about it, I'm reacting to a lot of synth pop. I do a lot of Depeche Mode reactions, and they've like looked at some of the same interpersonal situations from like 7 or 8 different angles in their different songs. So obviously Bad Religion, it tends to be more political and like socio-cultural commentary, but I love that they can sort of come at the same issue from a number of different perspectives and keep like sort of dovetailing back to the same theme like over the years. I really enjoy it. So yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know if you enjoyed this album a lot, as I do. Other than that, thank you for listening and watching. I'll see you next time.